Hello! So I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. It's a little bit of a different angle just because it's so cloudy out and I feel like sometimes I don't get the best lighting, and I'm trying to see like what is the best lighting, because I realized that in a lot of my videos it tends to like darken when I upload, and I don't know if it bothers you guys, but it bothers me. So we're trying this. Let me know if you like this angle more. I really don't have anything to do today, just because it's so weird. So I'm gonna get ready and just record a bunch of videos because I have a lot of free time on my hands, and I'll kind of get into that as we're getting ready. But so YouTube has been demonetizing a lot of people if they're talking about this, and I know it's just basically kind of just to prevent the spread of false information, but we know what's going on around right now globally, and we're not going to call it by its name, but it basically means crown in Spanish plus the type of pathogen it is. So let's give it a code name, and I don't know why like I'm referring it to it as a she, probably because it's a queen in regards to causing havoc and chaos, and I feel like that's only what queens do, not kings. So let's just call her Linda. I'm gonna call her Linda. So if you know what I'm talking about, which I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about, we're gonna call her Linda. So because of Linda, a lot of schools have been getting canceled, or not really canceled, but just moved to online, and of course that happened to me. Yay. I'm actually not really excited about it. I'm not a senior, so it doesn't really affect my stuff, but I know it affects a lot of seniors, and that sucks. But it does affect me in the sense that I was trying to get really close to one of my professors to be considered for like joining his research, and now I don't know how this is really gonna impact it. And I don't want to get like too much into that, because like you really shouldn't be saying like what like your goal is. There's like 3 things that are good things to never really talk about or share with others, in my opinion, and that's like all the details of your love life, your income, and what your next like move is. Even though my love life's great, I only share like what we both feel like is okay with sharing. Income, don't have one right now because I'm a student. And my next move, well, I don't know, this kind of just jeopardizes it in a way. So yeah, that's basically my update on that, and I hope that even through Zoom and through everything else that's going to be online, I can still be considered for it, because it'd be really great. But the palette I'm going to be using is Smitten in Switzerland by BH Cosmetics up at Ulta. It ended up being only like 12 bucks with like a coupon, so you could definitely get it on even more discount than it is. And I just wanted to pick a little something for my birthday. The other palettes that were on my wish list weren't at Ulta, and I'm not going to order online. I just am not a fan of ordering online unless I absolutely have to. So I decided to pick this up because there's a lot of colors that I did like. If you hear noises in the background, it's just me and Gloria in the apartment right now. Gloria's my roommate. She's being a good student and trying to study. Meanwhile, me over here is kind of like in a weird like lull. Like I don't know what to do right now. It just kind of feels weird. Like I still have to wait to hear from professors in regards to what we're doing, in regards to learning wise. So yeah, I'm going to take Fondue, which is this color right here. I'm just going to start applying that into my crease. So yeah, that's how Linda has affected me. Linda didn't close down the whole semester completely because I'm on a semester system. So we are basically going online from April 6th to May 1st, and then after that we're supposed to come back, I believe, or like just like as students everyone comes back. We're still allowed to stay on student housing. Don't know what I'm gonna do in regards to that, because I was planning on going home for spring break, and our spring break got extended for a week, so teachers can like get their stuff together to go online. Some professors are prepared, other professors are like freaking out about it, so they were like, we're just gonna give you an extra week. Students, you have an extra week of spring break. Cool, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I feel like normally you would be really excited, but because when it actually like impacts like something that you were trying to do, it's like, no. Now I'm gonna take Lucerne. I haven't used this one yet, but it's this one right here, just to see what that does here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was gonna go home, so that gets extended by another week, which is great because I miss my family, I miss my dog, and I just dipped into the wrong shade, so I'm just gonna go with it. I guess. It's my towel. I don't know when I'm really gonna come back to school. Am I gonna go like stay down with like my boyfriend and his family in California? Am I gonna stay in Arizona longer? I really don't know, especially if it depends, because some professors claim that they'll still have things even though they're not supposed to have things because they don't want to spread Linda. So I don't know what's gonna happen really. The dance girls, because if you didn't know, I'm also on a dance team here at school. The dance girls are like kind of confused about it, but I think it's pretty straightforward, and I don't really have anyone that's watching me, but basically we're just spilling all the tea here, so this is going to be a very long video. Basically, the university contact that is like the head of groups and organizations sent out an email saying that everything needs to be canceled, you cannot meet, but there are some things where I think the girls are like trying to like twist it to work to their favor, where it's like whether you should cancel, reschedule, postpone, like blah blah blah. And it says pretty clear that like you can still virtually meet, but because this is a dance thing, you can't really meet virtually. So they're like, nope, we're having rehearsals as normal this week, because when I'm gonna upload this that week or this week, I still have classes this week, whether it's online or in person. This is the last week for like in-person classes, and the girls are like, no, you're gonna treat it as normal, we're still gonna have rehearsal as normal, and the president's gonna meet with the head of clubs and organizations on a Monday. Our rehearsals are Tuesday, Thursday, so technically she would have had it yesterday by the time that you're seeing this, to see like if we're still allowed to meet, which I need a tissue for my runny nose because allergies. I don't have Linda. Like, we forget that it's springtime. It's not just Linda. Linda causes allergies. And this is my second time actually recording this exact same get ready with me, but I feel like since I'm a biologist, Linda kind of falls under my field, and you know, everyone has like their different beliefs. Everyone is either like hysterically like freaking out, or just seriously like you need to take this seriously, or people are saying it's not that big of a deal. And I understand every single point of view, but I have my own view as a biologist and how things, or how Linda works specifically, and I just felt like it was not the best video to put, because YouTube would have definitely demonetized it because I literally mentioned Linda way too much. The look in that video was inspired by Linda, just like green, which I don't know if I really want to do right now, especially because I'm wearing this peach sweater, so I think I might just keep it peachy. And I just thought it wasn't the best video to put out, just because I felt like maybe my opinions could have caused some more havoc for some people that could be watching, and I just didn't want to do that. So I was just like, I'll just record it. Like, I don't lose anything. I have a lot of fun recording these anyways, and it's better to tell just send a message to like tell people to wash their hands, keep your 6 feet distance. If you're feeling sick, don't go out into public spaces. Don't panic hoard things. Check on your elderly neighbors because they probably don't have a chance to go buy the things that people have been hoarding. So just check up on people. That's the best thing you could do, and that's really what, as simple as I can keep it. Just don't stock up for months and months and months. The quarantine period is 14 days, and I'm pretty sure 6 weeks from now, like, this is gonna severely die down. It is something serious, but I think 6 weeks from now it's not gonna be like panic hysteria mode. So I don't think people should be stocking up for 6 months worth and not letting people have stuff for the next week. Back to college and back to school. This is gonna be very long, but I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands, and I'm sure a lot of people have time on their hands too based on what's going on, so might as well like make it a long chatty video, right? Right, there's no harm in that. We were supposed to have a dance concert, and I guess the seniors that were in it last year,
I don't know which direction I want to go in with.
Okay, I'm gonna do Glacier Express, and I'm just gonna use my finger because this is really glittery and beautiful. Oh, that's really great. Oh, maybe I'll just mix and match. Why not, right? Why not? But the seniors that were on it last year, I guess last year they didn't get a showcase. I don't know why they didn't get one. But with this going on, that means that their last year they wouldn't get one either. So I understand why a lot of seniors are trying to like make everything work for it, like make everything work in their favor. Which I get it, but it's just not like, at the end of the day, like, health is more important than a dance concert, but I understand. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna allow us to meet in person, and I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna let us have this dance concert. So I just don't think it's gonna happen, and you know, it sucks, it really does, because I love to dance, but it's gonna be harder for the seniors, and I understand that. But it's just like, for me, I'm just like, why are you gonna waste your time? This is my mentality, so it's not like I'm bashing on them. I just need coffee break because I'm talking so much. I really like this. I think I'm gonna try to build it up more. Let's make it dramatic. Why not? We can. I never do that because I'm like, oh, I don't wanna like overdo it for school, but it's a Sunday. Like, girl, what you doing? Have fun with it. Who cares? No one's on campus anyways. Yes, that my mentality is more like, if you already know the answer, why are you gonna go try to fight it? Like, you can tell by the way that other classes are being canceled or going to online, you can tell that they're taking this pretty seriously. So I am 99.9% sure that later today, we're gonna be like, or we're gonna find out through the president from their meeting yesterday, but by the time I'm recording this, it's technically tomorrow, that we just, sorry, like, students' health is more a priority, and there's not gonna be a concert. So because I know that's gonna happen, personally, I just wouldn't like go to try to fight it and try to get it to work. Like, it's not worth it. I saw this really good like analogy on Twitter this morning about Linda and about how people are reacting it, because people are like, oh, there's a 97% like recovery rate, and I saw someone literally put it perfectly, and it's, if someone gave you 100 Skittles and they told you 3 of these Skittles will kill you, I'm pretty sure you just wouldn't touch the Skittles at all. And that's kind of like the same, it's the same. You never know who is going to be that 3% that won't recover from Linda and that unfortunately will pass away. I don't want to get too much into it because I know like different opinions will clash, and that's not what this is about. But that's a great way to put it, and that's something that the university is going to stand by. Like, we'd rather not have risk 97% especially because we don't know who gets exposed to who's gonna like pass it along to somebody else. It's not like just that the students are in the healthy category. It's like, who are we surrounded by that this is gonna affect? So yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a dance concert, unfortunately. So ironically, I'm getting emails right now that the professors who had said that like we were going to meet this week in person, they're actually all, we're not meeting in person. And I'm just gonna say this, this is why I think like you should trust what scientists have to say, because they're the ones that specifically study this over like the media. And I'm just gonna read you like an expert at this email. Although I originally planned on having in-person classes on this day and this day, the Linda situation is very fluid, and epidemiologist, which is under my field, and public health experts are being very clear that if we are diligent about practicing social distancing for just 2 weeks, we could drastically change the trajectory of Linda. We need to trust the scientists and implement mitigation sooner rather than later. Take care of yourselves. Keep up to date by consulting sources like the World Health Organization, the CDC, the New York Times, which apparently has no paywall for Linda reporting, and the Johns Hopkins Center. And I'm saying this from a person who has a PhD in what Linda falls under. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's great. All of my professors have officially canceled, except for one professor who's still making us meet, which means I have to stay here until Friday, even though like I literally have to stay here until Friday because of this one professor who has yet to cancel it because he's saying we're still having our exam, which really sucks. Because like I'm basically just here for nothing. Could be with my boyfriend, being quarantined together, but no, not thanks to this one professor, which I'm kind of annoyed about because now there's really like no point except for that one thing to be here. So hopefully he changes his mind sometime soon so I can spend more time with my boyfriend. I know this is so selfish, but so I can spend more time with my boyfriend before I go to Arizona for who knows how long. Who knows how long. I'm trying to find my mirror. I cannot find my mirror. Ah, haha, it's over here. I'm gonna try to do a wing liner. Let's see how this turns out.
You like the triangle?
Let's try the other eye. Well, they're definitely not the same, but it's something I can fix. I'm gonna try to fix this right now and apply mascara while I'm at it. Yeah, so I eventually did this part, so we're gonna move on to the face. However, Linda did do something good to me in regards to school, and that is, if you guys saw my get ready with me, and I don't want to use foundation. I just feel like, I don't know, I'm a conservative in like conservation. I like conserving things, and I just feel like putting on foundation right now is kind of wasteful because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not trying to impress anyone, and this concealer is really old and I'm trying to use it up, so I'll just use this as my foundation because this concealer looks like that, and I'm trying to finish this up before I leave, because I'm trying to film my MD's video. But the good thing that Linda did is that if you guys ended up seeing that video, like I said, I was supposed to be on an island this weekend, and I was complaining about it because it was like 3 full days of no service and no taking showers, but we were supposed to do field work and hiking. And it was super rainy this weekend, so it's like, you're gonna have us hiking, which we're still gonna sweat regardless of the weather. We're gonna be working in the mud, which is gonna be dirty and gross, and you're expecting us to not shower for 3 days? Like, what? And the thing is, the facility we were gonna stay at does have showers, but because it was a big group of us, they didn't want us to use, we didn't want to run out of water potentially. Fair, but I was just like not excited to go because I am super like, my body has to be clean. Like, hello, by all the Bath and Body Works stuff, you should know that this is who I am. So I was not excited, but I was gonna do it because, you know, I didn't want to do the makeup work, which turns out the makeup work was not even that much. But of course he didn't say that until he had already trapped everyone into going. And I had emailed him once the news got that we were gonna go online and that things were gonna get canceled after spring break, because that's when the online thing was supposed to start, and that this upcoming week was gonna be optionals for the professors to choose whether they wanted to meet in person or not. And I had emailed him because he was like dead silent the night of, and all of our professors were already emailing us that same night, and we haven't heard anything. So the next day, so this email came out like on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m, like, no doubt. And so nothing overnight. It was the next day, so Thursday, I'm like, you know, the trip is really close. Is this canceled or not? So I emailed him on Thursday morning just to give him time to process while he figured stuff out, because I'm sure like it was a more complicated process than like he gets to decide whether we go or not. I think the island also has to do with it and all of this other stuff. So I emailed him in the morning, and you know, I know his office hours were in the morning that day, so it's about 3 p.m. now, still haven't heard anything on Thursday, and I had just gotten done taking a test, and I literally see him going into like the laboratory building, and I like sprint after him, no joke, like in the rain, and catch him right before he's about to go into the bathroom. And I'm like, so are we going on this trip or not? And he goes, oh yeah, I saw your email, I just didn't reply to it, but yes, the trip is still happening. And I was like, you think? And then he said that he was gonna tell us Friday more about it, and I'm like, you're really going to tell everyone that's going on the trip the day before the trip is supposed to happen whether the trip is still happening? Like, my frustration. And then I was just really annoyed that like he didn't reply to me, or that he wasn't gonna send like the class anything until Friday, that the thing was still happening. Like, I thought that was really annoying. Anyways, come Friday, 12 o'clock, I have his class, like the laboratory portion of his class, because this is ecology, and he says the trip is canceled because the school wants us to be 6 feet away from each other if whatever happens, and he said that that couldn't happen, so he canceled the trip. Which is great at the end, because that means I have gotten to shower, I've gotten to wash my hair, didn't have to work in the rain and the mud, and be miserably cold, which is great. In my opinion. So thanks, Linda, thank you, saved my hygiene, and being around a bunch of stinky people, myself included, after that trip. So, and it can't really get postponed either, because when we, like I've said before, when we come back from online classes, when class is supposed to be like back in session, there's really only like 2.5 weeks before finals and the semester is over. So that's cool. Got myself out of that one, even though I bought a sleeping bag specifically for this trip, but I'm just gonna send it back. But speaking of which, it's a hard time for a lot of people in their industry. As you guys know, I used to work in hotels, and I still have a lot of friends that work in hotels, and hotels are being hit badly. Hotels, airlines, restaurants. Some of them have been real aggressive, like on social media. This one girl in particularly, she's like, I still have to pay rent. It's not that big of a deal, people. Like, get your ish together. And it's like, okay, like, it's not gonna help you pay your rent, let me tell you. Like, you can go home to your parents. Like, they're not that far. Your school's already canceled. Like, it's fine for you. So I just don't, people freaking out and like blame shaming, that's not okay, guys. It's just not okay. No, it's not okay to like be like, it's your fault, like my hours are getting cut and blah blah blah. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Don't be afraid. Go expose yourself like that. That's not okay. So let's not do that. I would like to say that if your job isn't personally like affected in regards to like this is gonna affect your income, just order some food to go. Like, send someone healthy that has not been exposed to anybody sick. Send somebody to get food. Eat at home, don't eat out, but still support people. Like, people still have to work, and like, at least here in the United States, like, they're not doing anything to help people in regards to not being able to work or not getting paid. Like, yeah, Italy shut down, but Italy also said like no one, like, rent is not due, mortgage is not due. Like, why aren't we doing something like that? So because of that, if you can, if your income and like your job isn't affected by this, support where you can, because this is gonna affect a lot of people. I'm not saying like go stay at a hotel, go hop on a plane, but just order some Chinese food to go. Not even like just Chinese food, anybody, because this is affecting a lot of people. Stock markets are like, the stock isn't doing good. I'm scared to look at my stocks right now. My retirement stocks or whatever, they're invested in stocks, however that works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not doing great, but I'm 24. I don't have to worry about it, but some people do. So please, if you can, please support whatever businesses that you can. Literally, I have 2 return tickets from Arizona, which is now different. I'm gonna see if I can change one of them because they're technically non-cancelable, but I feel like because of this epidemic, I feel like they're gonna allow you to cancel them, but I don't want them to lose out on the money, so I feel like I'm gonna let them keep the money for one of the tickets and just ask like to change the flight for another ticket for that, because it sucks. Like, it affects a lot of people, and honestly, that money has already been gone, so it doesn't affect me right now. So like, them keeping it, which is barely gonna afford to pay like realistically one person like a part of their pay, like, it's fine. Like, I can do that. And there's a lot of people that say like festival seasons have been canceled, so like support musicians by buying like their songs or their albums or their merch, since they can't like do live shows. And I'm sure more people have explained what you can do about it. But let's not forget like compassion and human kindness in this whole mess. Like I said, like, check on your neighbors. If you stocked up on things and realize you overreacted, ask someone who might have not gotten the chance. Like, check in on people. Like, hey, do you have enough? Like, it's for a month, 6 weeks. Like, that's realistically all you need. Because some people can't even buy it for the week. So let's not forget our human compassion and our kindness, please. But I think that's basically it for my makeup. Again, I used the Smitten in Switzerland eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics, which is new. And I'm actually really digging the look, and I don't have any shadows like this because all I ever wear is like neutral shades. So I'm really digging it. So yeah, that's my talk about Linda. I'm gonna have a lot of time to myself because, you know, school is the big thing that was taking up my life, and now everything's gonna be online, and some of them you do have to meet at the same time, and some of them you just do it on your own. So I'll have a lot of time. So let me know what videos you want to see, because I can create and stuff. Also, let me know if you like this version of Get Ready With Me's, even though I don't know when I'm coming back to school after I leave. It just depends on what happens with everything. But like, I think my school's handling it very well, and I can't say the same for other schools. Like my boyfriend, his entire spring quarter is canceled, and his sister, who goes to a different school, I keep getting little hives like just popping up randomly, and I don't know why. I just saw like this other one pop up here. His sister, like her graduation is canceled, or her graduation's canceled, so we don't know if his graduation is canceled either, but we're imagining it's gonna happen. And I don't know what I'm gonna do because my school technically ended before his school by like almost a month, and my plan was to go stay with him because our Portugal trip would have been 2 days after he graduated, but now that is all canceled. Well, Portugal isn't canceled, but like because those plans are going to be changed, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do with all of this. And yeah, I could probably figure that out all this time I'm going to have. But I hope you guys enjoyed this very long, very chatty videos. You guys say you like chatty videos, so I'm just delivering what you ask. I like the way that this looks a lot better than the other Get Ready With Me style. But that's my update about Linda and how Linda has personally affected me. Just be smart. Don't listen to the media. Listen to like scientific sources about it. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face when you're in public. And be kind. Be kind to others. Please. Please and thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna give myself a little break so I can record other videos and set up for those videos. So you literally will have a lot of content, but I need your help to make it interesting content. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.